Good morning, this is Sandy Reese with StampItCrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thanks for joining me today. We are doing another project using the gorgeous Countryside Inn Suite from the new annual catalog. Today we're going to be using the Countryside Corner stamp set, the dies, and the coordinating designer series paper. Love this paper, but we're going to do some fun things and I'll show you how these layering dies are going to work. Okay, before we get started, let me remind you that we are having a special going on right now, or I am, not we, me. If you place an order by May 28th using the May host code of $35 or more, you're going to get a set of these gorgeous cards that we made in card class Thursday. You're going to get a kit to make 6 of these. If your order is $50 or more, you're also going to get a pack of the iridescent pearl basic jewels. And then if your order is $75 or more, you're also going to get a set of 10 cards from me. They're all different cards, so I hope you enjoy those. But the link is below, and then the supplies will be posted on my blog for the projects today. So let me show you what we're going to make today. We're going to do this card. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to show you how to do all these great layers. It looks, looks like it'll be a lot of work, but it's really not. Okay, let's set that kind of here so you can see as we get going. So my supplies, I have Night of Navy for my base. I have some basic white for the inside. We have this designer paper, same size. Then I have a quarter sheet of Night of Navy and a quarter sheet of the boho blue. And then I just have a scrap of, this is maybe 1.5 inches for a basic white for my sentiment right here. All right, so we're going to focus on these 3 pieces right now. I'm going to do these 2 first. I'm going to move this out of the way just for a minute because we're going to have to bring our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in for a second. But first we're going to do our stamping. So we've got this Country Corners, what's that called? Countryside Corner stamp set, and it's just one stamp that has all these different layers on it. So this kind of makes it easy, and I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to use Versamark. Okay. Now we're going to stamp it once on the navy, and then we're going to do it again on the boho blue. Let's get our embossing buddy real quick though, and do a quick rub around with that. All right. Now I'm going to attempt to get this in the middle, but it's not that imperative. I'm actually not using the largest layer. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and ink up the other one while I'm at it, and then we'll use the embossing powder on both of these. Okay. Just give that a good press here. All right. We've got some white embossing powder. I keep mine in a tub here. It makes it easy to fit my card base and my card pieces in, and no fuss, no mess. Okay. That embossing buddy helps to keep the powder off where you don't want it, so it only sticks to that Versamark ink. All right, now we've got these powdered up. We're going to heat them. Give me just a sec, and we'll get out my antique heat tool. heat tools heat up, it goes a lot quicker for the second card. So I try to do several at one time. Okay, I actually have two Stampin' Up! Heat tools, but they are packed up ready for class right now. So I always keep this one kind of plugged in on my desk. All right, so we're going to grab our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I'm going to take my Night of Navy piece. Let's grab our dies. Not using the largest, I'm using the second largest. And we're going to heat that just a hair more because I not quite missed the spot. All right, we're gonna check and make sure we don't have any grainy spots on there. Okay, I think that was just one spot that I'd missed. All right, we are going to cut out the piece that has the 3 stitched lines. So you can see that, not the largest, the next to largest. And then we are going to use the 1, 2, 3, the fourth one down to cut out the flower. I'm gonna just call them tags. I'm gonna get the flower tag. Okay. I think those are pretty centered. All right, let's cut these. Make sure I'm all in straight. All right, so we have these two, and then we're going to take this one, and we are going to cut out this one, that the third largest, to cut out this dashed E line. And then we are going to cut out this next one, the little dotted line, the dots and the dashes. Okay, we'll get that centered. All right. Now we are going to take this, we're going to save this for a card for Monday. So I'm going to put that aside. You'll see that piece again. All right, now we're going to take this small one. I have to stamp first. Let me set this aside for a sec. So I have this. Let me grab my chamois. Let's just do a quick clean off of the Versamark. And I am going to just stamp this little center. That's all I want. I'm going to take, I've got a little Stampin' spot. You could use your regular ink pad, but I just need my center. So I grab my spot. Okay, and then I'm just gonna, that looks, hopefully should be in the center of that scrap. There we go. I don't need what's around it, I just need that. Lay that down, we're going to take this piece right here. Hopefully that's fairly centered. That's always the goal, is to get it centered as much as we can. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. We don't need that. We're done with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. We are done with our dies for today, so let's set those aside. Okay, we're going to bring in all our pieces now. Bring our card back in. All right, now it's time for assembly. I always love the assembly part best. Okay, so we're gonna take our Night of Navy base and let's adhere our piece of white for the inside. This is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, then I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna add some ribbon on here, so I don't want to adhere this to the front yet. We are going to take our, I'm just gonna use some liquid glue here. We're gonna start with our largest layer. And we are gonna center that right on our designer paper. Okay, then we're gonna take our next largest and that's gonna glue down right on top. Okay. That will glue right inside that other one. So it's super easy to layer those. Okay, now we're going to take some Baja Blue ribbon. Just cut a piece of this off. We're going to adhere this down before we put the rest of our layers on. Okay. Flip that over. I'll just use a little seal to hold it in place. Same on this side. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we'll put this on our card front. This floral pattern kind of goes all different ways, so there's not a set, it's not directional, so you don't have to worry about that too much. All right, next we're going to take, this will be the next layer. I'm gonna assemble these together and then we're gonna pop these up. All right, let's glue this down right here. It's so easy to put these layers together. I need to stamp congratulations. Now, if you want to do birthday, whatever small sentiment you have to fit there, I think this is beautiful for a wedding card. I do have some weddings coming up. So I'm going to stamp my congratulations right there. Okay. Just adhere it right down. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals. I'm just going to stick my dimensionals right here. So I know they're sticking to the paper and not to that ribbon. Okay. Pop this right up. Just like that. And that's actually all I'm gonna do. If you want to add pearls to it, you can. But I think it's gorgeous just as is with all this beautiful detail and then that touch of ribbon for texture. I think that is just perfect. Okay. I hope you enjoyed today's bonus project. Check back Monday. We're going to do another one. This next one is my favorite. Out of all of these so far, this one coming up on Monday is my favorite. Okay, thanks everybody. Don't forget about the ordering special this month. And if you enjoyed today's videos, make sure to click subscribe so you don't miss out on future ones. All right, thanks everyone. Bye-bye.